Amid the tussle over Enforcement Directorate and CBI raids against top opposition parties, Prime Minister Modi has said that a new polarization has started where some parties have come out in the open to protect the corrupt. Listen in to what the Prime Minister said.
हम ये भी देख रहे हैं कि जैसे जैसे भ्रष्टाचारियों पर एक्शन हो रहा है तो देश की राजनीति में नया पोलराइजेशन भी शुरू हो गया है। भ्रष्टाचार और भ्रष्टाचारियों को बचाने के लिए कुछ राजनीतिक दल खुल करके सामने आ गए हैं, संगठित होने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। देश और केरला के लोगों को ये भ्रष्टाचारियों को बचाने वालों से लगातार सतर्क रहना है।
Our political editor Maria Shakil is joining us on the broadcast. Maria, give us more context to the Prime Minister's statement.
Yes, so the Prime Minister is in Kochi, and the larger messaging is for all political parties in opposition, because as far as the action against them by central agencies is concerned, be it the Congress party, where it's former party chief and the interim president, both of them have been questioned by the Enforcement Directorate in the National Herald case, or the Aam Aadmi Party, where the Delhi's deputy chief minister is on the radar. Also, Satyendra Jain is behind bars. Similar allegations of corruption are being faced by the Trinamool Congress in the state of Bengal as well. So, Prime Minister essentially saying that we are seeing a new kind of front that is emerging, and this is polarization of a nature in which all these parties who face corruption charges, their members face charges of corruption, they are uniting to protect themselves. And here is the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which has given a corruption-free government, and they believe in governance which is corruption-free. And hence, the larger messaging is that the people of country should be aware of this kind of alliance that is being forged in the opposition space.
And Maria, just to talk a little bit about what has been happening in the country vis-a-vis the central agencies, whether it's the state of West Bengal or the latest stiff with the Delhi government over multiple alleged scams, various opposition parties are very unified in this entire narrative that the central agencies are being misused.
Yes, that's right. And every political party is actually in opposition facing it, be it the RJD in the state of Bihar as well. So all these parties have made, misuse of central agencies like a talking point or a point which is bringing them. Even yesterday when KCR was in Patna, he and Nitish Kumar said that the CBI general consent that is there should be withdrawn also from the state of Bihar. And it as several other opposition rule states, including the state of Bengal and Rajasthan and Maharashtra when it was part of Mahavikas Aghadi had done. So the general consent withdrawn is something that the opposition parties, which are ruling states, are actually mulling. So that is a point that is bringing them together, an issue that is bringing. They say that there has been a misuse of central agencies or some kind of politically motivated, almost like a tool that these agencies have become tools in the hands of the central government. So this is the charge that is coming from the opposition, and which has been persisting for the last few months, given the kind of raids that we have seen, an increase in action by various agencies. Now the Prime Minister taking on the opposition, saying that if anything, it's corruption that is bringing them together. Their efforts at protecting themselves that are bringing them together, and this is polarization of a different nature, and people should be aware of it.
Maria, in your experience of tracking Indian politics, I'm sure about whether there's conviction or not, that we get to know in a very long time, and sometimes in the largest of the scams that we have seen in this country, whether a 2G or a 3G, there haven't been any big convictions per se from a court of law. But in the court of public perception, that's where the political parties really play.
Absolutely. And look at the narrative that the Prime Minister has built since 2014. 2014, the big talking point was that the UPA government of Dr. Manmohan Singh was set up. There were multiple scams which had led to the resignations of multiple ministers. That he made like a talking point. Then he said, gave that famous slogan of na khaunga, na khane dunga. So in which it was about taking action against the corrupt. So in the public space, one message that the BJP has successfully managed to communicate is that its action against political parties is because they are corrupt, and the BJP leaders have managed to give a corruption-free government in various states, because the BJP is in power in close to 17 states.
Yeah.
And in case if there are charges of corruption against anybody or any of your leaders, we have seen that example play out in the state of Karnataka, immediate action is taken. So that message, particularly of corruption-free governance, that the trickle down of the policies of the center is something that will become again a talking point in 2024.
Absolutely.
Anusha, that's certainly the message that is coming from the Prime Minister today.
Gaurav Bhatia.